Right? I'll feel it. Keep your heads down. Those are lemurs. How did they manage to get out here? Just a hunch. I have a feeling these are the unfamiliar beasts the warden meant. That is highly probable, yes. Works for me. Let's send them packing. I'll fix my camera here. Because life is hard. Life is hard. That takes care of that. Yeah, but still, why would the lemurs turn up in a place like this? Perhaps Rosvita may be able to tell us. Reminds me, Aprilis still hasn't gotten in touch yet, huh? No. No enough? Come again? This ain't nearly enough. Credo? Kill me already. What's with him? I'm not certain. This is sudden even for him. He said, kill me already. I dare you to try. Adol, this is... Here they come. Another wave of lemurs. What? Where'd they even come from? It's almost as if it was Credo who called them forth. We'll talk about this later. Understood.
Eat this!
This is hard to watch. Rito. What's going on here? Did I do all this? Yep, you appeared to be enjoying yourself quite a bit. What happened to you all of a sudden? Yeah, that was extreme even for you. Again, huh? It's like you already know, I've got a tendency to get a little worked up when I'm fighting. But for a while now, I've been having a hard time holding it all back. Just when I thought I was in perfect form today, too. So you're saying this has happened to you before? Not to this extent. I'd completely lost all sense of reason until just a bit ago. Guess I'm no different from the lemurs once I get like that. Credo. Well, now's as perfect a time as any. I'll be dipping out for good from here on. What? Hold on just a second. Dipping out for good? You can't even do that, can you? I'll fight my share in the Nox, but for me, this chummy cruise charade ends here. Besides, you saw how I was back there. We're all better off this way, right? All I wanted was to give that Zola guy a good wallop in the kisser anyway. And we can work this out, man. You can't attack us, so it doesn't matter. You know? Go crazy on all the monsters. Don't kid yourself. Catch you later. It's like the one character that I actually like having around in the party, but also like playing as. Just walks off. Can you believe him acting as if this is nothing? Actually, I think he's been ready for this ever since he realized what was happening. Knowing him, I'll bet he just chose to keep quiet about it this entire time. I know he did. That's the part that pisses me off the most. Anamona should have sensed this a long time ago. What the suckerfoo is she doing? Credo's not exactly the best person, and he's incredibly scary too. But isn't there anything we can do to help him out, Adol? I don't know. See, me neither. At the very least, we have managed to successfully fulfill the Warden's request. Perhaps we should return to Balduke for the time being. You're right, there's not much we can do for him now, even if we wanted to. Let's go back to town. We can figure out what to do from there. I'll put this suckerfoo in my party. Let's put you in the party. This is where things, I guess, get a little complicated. Did I get his equipment back? I did. Doesn't look like I'll be playing as you.
Let's go!
Allow me.
But, you know, vroom vroom. Adol. Rosvita. Where the heck have you been all this time? Victory Day Festival is about to begin. My apologies. Turned out I had a lot more to address than I originally expected. I can see you've taken care of the lemurs that escaped me just now. It was almost as though something had been luring them outside of town. Wait, you were chasing those lemurs from earlier, Aprilis. We did end up defeating them, but Credo, something befall him. Ada and the others told Aprilis the whole story of what happened with Credo. See, so that's how it went. What do you think we should do? In all technicality, nothing. He will be summoned to the Grimwald nonetheless. That's true, but still. This impending Grimwald will be as formidable as I anticipated. The fact that the lemurs are appearing in our plane of existence attests to that. If time is running short, Credo must compose himself sooner rather than later. How much do you know about Credo, Rosvita? Given he was originally a comrade of mine, I'm fully aware of the kind of man he is. Allow me to tell you what little advice I can give. You, Adol, are the key to resolving this. Why, Adol? That's right, only you can bring Credo to his senses. Now then, follow me. Oh, yes, yes. Only you can prevent forest fires. What can I do to prevent those forest fires? I don't know. I just know it's only you. Wait, where exactly are we going? To tame a feral hawk, of course. Thanks for stopping by. Wanted to make another stop, but the whole darn town's packed thanks to the festival. Le petit fleuriste? You there. You appear to be quite skilled. Perhaps you could honor us with a match. Don't make me laugh. But I told you, I'm out of the group. Besides, I can't fight you even if I wanted to thanks to this Suckerfoo curse. Right about that. He was up until recently. Adol is, in a sense, no longer the same Crimson King he once was. That, coupled with the power of the Berserker, is enough to lift that particular restriction. Oh yes, how convenient! Berserker? Simply put, it is now possible for the two of you to cross swords. You don't say. Well, now you're talking. Do not misunderstand. Losing yourself to the depths of darkness is in no way a victory. You must awaken to your truest self, Credo, to who it is you really are. I don't know what you're saying, but as long as I get to a bout with His Majesty, I don't really care. And a bout you shall receive. I've prepared a venue. Follow me. Really? The Colosseum? How could you prepare this? I don't think I've ever seen the Colosseum so vacant before. Yeah, though it won't be for too long. Pendleton Company had this time slot blocked out for us in particular. Ow, why? Carla did all that. Well, actually, it was my father who helped us out this time around. Wow, talk about family connections. So, you went to your father, and you were like, I'd like to borrow the Colosseum for, let's just say, 2 hours. There's going to be noises. There's going to be a lot of things. Nobody can watch. Nobody can be there. As a matter of fact, all those guards that should have taken out the lemurs, just have them stationed around the Colosseum to prevent anybody from interfering with what happens there. Remember when there was a monster like 6 miles underground that roared, and it went through a ton of stone walls and stuff like that, and still managed to rattle people in the Colosseum? That's what's going to happen at this Colosseum. So nobody can be there. Okay? Nobody. You're just going to have to take the revenue loss. That's how the conversation went, and he just laughed in her face. But, you know, JRPG. Both of you are prepared, I trust. I, Aprilis, shall bear witness to this battle. I'm gonna bust you up, sucker.
Yeah.
With your tears, maybe. Let's see His Majesty people please his way out of this one. Enough. Stand ready. That power, he intends to begin with it. Only imagine how long he's been waiting for this. Are they going to be alright, you think? It's going to be hard to just stand here and watch them duke it out. It's not in our place to interfere. We must leave this matter to Adol. I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but I ain't showing you a lick of mercy. Begin! Why are you level 72?
You're both so strong.
Come on, you two. Give it your best shot.
Oh my gosh, you're... Oh.
I hope that blockhead's satisfied after this.
I still do not understand why it is they are fighting.
Better than this. All charged up.
With the next strike, this will finally be behind us.
Keep going. This ends here.
You're as good as I hoped.
You got absolutely destroyed.
Nothing beats this feeling. You don't think we're finished, do ya?
I'm just getting started.
That's what I like to hear.
They're still at it. They can't even hold their Monstrum forms anymore.
Those two never cease to amaze.
This reminds me of how Kratos was when he first fought Shadowlord. No, I think he's even more determined now. Oh!
What is it, Krisha?
Is it just me? Or is Kratos' darkness starting to fade?
Oh. Oh. How do you know that?
Huh, maybe it's because he's not in his Monstrum form anymore.
Damn it.
How about it? Are you done yet?
Like hell I am. You've got to be kidding me. I can't lift a finger.
That is the consequence of succumbing to the darkness without knowing how to control it. But it's impressive you've lasted this long while carrying it inside you. I suppose you have Shadowlord to thank for that.
Huh? What are you on about?
For a long time, your only goal was to defeat Shadowlord. Your determination offset the negativity of your darkness, helping you maintain a balance. When Shadowlord was killed, your goal was no more, and your determination faded. That's when the darkness regained its control over you.
You know, I would have just much rather they not addressed this whole, like, berserker thing with him ever again, rather than give this explanation. Did that sucker fool know?
What? There's no way in hell.
You are a homunculus of a warrior known as a berserker. Their strength and darkness were two sides of the same coin. Does this sound familiar?
Since I was a kid, I was good at just about everything without putting in much effort. For a long time, I didn't get how people could be dedicated to anything. But that all changed the first time I got myself into a sword fight.
Because of the Fire Nation attack.
Thrill I felt as I eluded death with every swing of my sword. And then the ensuing euphoria after surviving the life-threatening ordeal. For the first time, I felt alive. I had finally found meaning in my life. Not long after that, I watched Sister Lisa die right there in front of me. After that, things changed. I started challenging strangers, anybody who could put up a fight. I could only feel alive when I was staring death in the face.
Contrary to what you believe, you're not a fighter, Kratos.
What'd you say?
Being good at everything made you feel like nothing was worth dedicating yourself to. But then you finally found something. Something you couldn't pick up right away. For the first time, you felt the desire to improve yourself.
A desire to improve, huh?
The satisfaction you feel stems from overcoming your weaknesses. This instinct is the very darkness inside you, and the source of a berserker's power. There's a thin line between conquering the darkness and being conquered by it.
You're not making any sense.
At this very moment, as you lie there helpless on the ground, what do you feel?
Pissed off at how I didn't stand a chance against him.
If you were truly angry, would you be smiling?
I'm smiling?
Perhaps you feel like you found what you were looking for. You might even feel gratitude toward your opponent.
Huh?
You must have felt the same way after you lost to Shadowlord.
I was grateful to him?
Warriors like you need a fair fight where they can realize their fullest potential. As long as you understand this, you will never be swallowed by your darkness again. Things are often simpler than they seem. You need only to change your perspective. Dr. Noah told me something. He said that Shadowlard and Sister Lisa were childhood friends.
What?
It's possible Sister Lisa asked him to watch over you. I am as much to blame for placing you in that orphanage to begin with. I'm sorry, Credo, for everything.
No, you're not.
That's a whole lot of jabbering just to embarrass me. For someone they call a saint, you sure are a pain in the ass. I give up. You win, alright? I guess I can stick with you guys a little longer.
Good. Welcome back. I have you to thank, Adol. Now, we can face the Grimwald Nox as a complete team.
It appears all is well now.
Ugh, you guys really had me worried.
Hey, how's it feel to be dragged home by Mommy after running away?
Come closer and say that again.
I'm just happy that Kratos back.
Yes, I think we all are. I need to speak with you all about what's to come. Let's continue this discussion at the Dandelion. Adol, would you please carry Credo?
Not in a million years.
I want to say, carry yourself, sucker.
What's the matter? Big boy Quato can't walk on his own?
You little shit. Enjoy it while you still can.
Kind of feels a little out of character for Jules.
All right, that went great.
For Jules to be mocking Credo like that, or Credo, whatever, however I'm supposed to pronounce his name. You know, I switch it up every now and then. But he totally deserves it. He totally deserves it. If he was a warrior in his previous life, why wouldn't he be good at sword fighting? We're gonna chalk this one up to talent does not transfer in DNA. We'll chalk that one up to that. Rio's lines are so good. I think he's the best character.
Oh, why does it have to be the Victory Day festival of all days?
I think of all the Monstrums, he says the right things at the right time, and you know, he also has a little bit of depth in his character as well. So he can not necessarily admit that he's wrong, but acknowledge that he is wrong. You know, he just and he likes to call people out on their bullcrap. And you know, I've been doing that all game, and Rito's been doing that for me sometimes. It's great. I feel like it would be more in character for Yufa. Probably Yufa would have made more sense, yeah.
It's the day when the monsters are most active as a result of their amassed enmity. Monsters are more vicious today than any other time in the year. It's a testament to how deep the scars left by the 100 Years' War really are.
100-year war with a 500-year-old curse, huh?
And now they're overflowing into our side.
Civilians will be out celebrating. We'd best exercise caution.
Yes. Tonight the Grimwald Nox will appear. And it will be like none other you've faced thus far.
How will tonight be different from the other times?
If it were just more monsters, it may not pose a great threat for you Monstrums. But the truth of the matter is, we don't know what'll happen until the time comes. I searched as much as I could, but I can't be certain of anything.
So, we're going in blind.
The Grimwald Nox is nothing more than a shell that the gods created. What resides within it is determined by the emotions it has accumulated.
Like the kid said, we're going into a wolf's den dressed like sheep. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be much fun if we knew exactly what to expect.
Did you find anything about where Zola is? You mentioned that we might not have to fight him after all.
Yeah, nobody's heard from him.
I doubt that coward would have shown his face anyway.
Even I do not fully comprehend Papa. He does not see the world as we do. As his prior actions suggest, there is nothing he will not do to complete his research. I am not the best judge of character, but I advise against thinking of him as an ally.
He was a remarkably adept strategist during the war and was always true to his ideals. We had more than our share of arguments because of that. We should expect that he will intervene.
He seems pretty quick to turn a blade against his allies from the 100 Years' War. Not that I wouldn't do the same to him.
So, what now? We just gonna sit on our hands until the Grimwald knocks?
You'll notice that we're sitting in the basement, and Jules is in is not in his his fake Monstrum form, but he's actually in his wheelchair, and there are no ramps leading down to the basement. So did somebody carry him down here? Like, why wouldn't we just have this conversation upstairs? Why wouldn't he just change into his Monstrum form? These are the little things that people ain't thinking about.
But there's still the danger of monsters appearing in the city. It couldn't hurt to go look around.
Yufa's right. Either way, we'll all come back here when it's time.
Be vigilant in areas where enmity may have accumulated the most, especially places that have ties to the 100 Years' War.
We'll keep our eyes peeled.
So the plan is to patrol the city until the Grimwald Nox emerges.
The clock's ticking. Be careful out there, Adel. Now might be a good time to polish up your equipment and top off your supplies.
And do come home safe and sound, okay, my darlings? I'll have a glorious feast ready for you once you return.
Really hope y'all don't drag this out. I get a feeling this is being dragged out. Especially since they gave me more quests. Lucian. Life by the sword. This is a 3-star priority. Okay. That's Knights. Org. Life by the sword. I don't think I'm gonna do all the quests. I think I'm good just doing one quest.
Shall we begin our patrol at all?
Aprilis said to be careful in places related to the 100 Years' War.
I'd say that means we'll find the most monsters there.
Okay, let's start in those areas first.
All right, let's go, team.
Adel.
Something in your eye? You know, a little bit of dust or something?
What's wrong?
I'm not sure. For 500 years, I've fought with my homunculus allies, much like this. I've watched them as they grew up, and I've watched them as they died. 500 years of killing Lemiris, and grieving over my fallen comrades. Over time, the weight on my heart turned it cold and callous. The pain that used to be there was replaced with emptiness. It was easier for me to think of them as puppets, and I their puppeteer.
I don't blame you, Jesus.
Well,
But this time, it's different. Each of them have their own challenges, their own concerns, their own unique lives. Their futures shine more brightly than the darkness I chose to live in. They reminded me of what it was like to feel human. And you, Adol, were the one who made that possible for them.
I'm gonna choose this option because maybe it'll lead to actually getting answers on why Adol was shot.
How could I forget? Would it be selfish of me to say that I no longer wish for them to fight? Will there ever come a time when they'll know peace?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to burden you with my grievances. We need only to focus on the obstacle before us with all we can muster. I'll be counting on you, Adol.
Man, I don't see any main story things anywhere. Oh, it's right here. Let's do this. Let's do this side quest. Because I still feel like the game is going to want me to fill up the Nox meter up to 100. But from there we can see what else is needed. Oh, one of these guys. Oh, I'm doing more damage. Definitely. Try to dodge that.
Fighting efficiency has been enhanced.
Alright. How do I turn it in? Ooh, I failed this. I don't remember failing a quest. I failed this too. These must have been hidden quests. Or back to the dandelion. I was saying, is she just chilling in here? Personal matter. Alright. I'll let her rock with this.
Would you fill that bucket with water?
Oh, here we go.
Hail, venerated King of Gods, Grimnir. The land, air, wind, and spirit of Glia. This day marks the forthcoming of our greatest tribulation. I beseech thee, bless our battle and thy land with thy protection.
You do this every year?
Maybe...
Yes, it's a variation of a prayer for victory to the Norse gods. I perform it before important battles to hone my conviction and sharpen my focus. You've experienced encounters with gods in other lands, haven't you? As it so happens, I've had a similar experience myself.
How did that go down?
You mean...
It's quite an eventful story. At a time when I was still known as Rosvita, I grew up in a modest village. All the villagers were passionate devotees of the Norse religion. I led a peaceful life there until the day I nearly died pulling a drowning child from the river. That was when I met the King of Gods. The weight of his presence was boundless. In exchange for saving my life, Grimnir imparted a mission unto me. He tasked me with expelling the forces of the god who opposed him. That god was Luki, and the forces blessed by him were Bratai's army. To realize my mission, I volunteered for the Glian army. It was there I met my companions.
Another thing about the memories of creating homunculi. It was my understanding, I could have interpreted this wrong. It was my understanding that the Rosvita homunculus was able to be created because of the memories of the Anemona doll. But how does Aprilis know memories of things that happened where Anemona wasn't there? Because, you know, Anemona wasn't taken into battle and, you know, did a bunch of things. You know, that, no way that happened. So, how are some of these Rosvita memories in Aprilis?
Yes, but in today's world, it is known as a war between nations, not gods. After 100 years of war, Bratai no longer had the morale to continue their losing battle. It was at this time when the gods Grimnir and Luki were both slain upon the other's blade. In the chaos, I was deceived by the king of Bratai and sentenced to death by burning. After that, the Norse religion in Glia was gradually superseded by the hieroglyph church. That was my life, my past as Rosvita. I cannot change my actions, nor do I have any desire to. My only wish now is to continue protecting the land that my companions fought for. I am beholden to them for leaving the war in their hands.
I also can't tell if Aprilis's hair is black, brown, or a mixture of the two. Because, like, sometimes the lighting shows that it's black, and then sometimes it's black and brown. And it's kind of confusing to me.
Thank you.
I wasn't expecting that response from you. I would have believed it if it were Krisha or Yufa. I'm the reason you're involved in all of this. I don't deserve your gratitude.
You're darn right. Her poise is befitting of a saint, the land's silent guardian. You tell her that her feats left you with a lasting impression.
Oh, please. I'm not accustomed to such flattery. But I don't mind the sound of it coming from you. Hold out your hand, Adol.
Ese diablo.
Grimnir gave that to me. It's an emblem of authority given to the leader of the demigods who fought the Grimwald Nox. But most of its power has faded. I want you to have it, Adol.
Yeah, thanks for holding out on me this entire game. This is one of the things that always bugs me about RPGs. It's like the world is about to end. You know, if there's any moment to go all out, it would be the very end of the game when the world is about to end. And, you know, when you approach people and like, is there anything more you can do for me? And it's just like, well, you know, I might be able to do something, but, you know, I'm going to have to charge you for it. And it's like, if I fail, you're going to die. So you need to help me stop the world from not being destroyed. And in this case, it's like, you know, I have this ring, you know, there's a little bit of power in it, you know, it might be able to help you out. But I wasn't going to give it to you before today.
Yeah.
I know you will. It's not my intention to burden you at all. If something were to happen to me...
Hey, there they are.
What brings all of you here? Were you looking for us?
Yes. We began to worry after you two had not returned. We traced your footsteps here.
What have you two been doing so far away from town? We can't take our eyes off of you for 1 minute, can we?
Guess the saint's more human than we thought.
What are you on about?
Stop it, you guys. We're just glad that you're both safe. Wow. The view of Balduke from up here is incredible.
You can feel the energy from the festival even from here.
Whoa! I can see my fields! And look, the Colosseum!
You can see that far? Trying to spot Felix? I guess there's no stopping a cow in love.
In love? That's rich coming from a violent, runaway bird brain!
Can we stop wasting our time with this nonsense?
Hey, what's the matter with you?
Oh. I was just reminiscing about some very dear friends of mine. Listen up, Monstrums. We're all going to pray to Grimnir to watch over us in the next battle. I know. How about we do some last-minute training? We need to be at our very best.
Bastard. It's a great idea. Let's exhaust ourselves before the final battle.
All right.
Hey, whose side are you on anyway?
I'm kind of disappointed that those suckers interrupted that, I guess, heart-to-heart. After that, the 7 of them prayed to Grimnir for victory. Their newfound conviction, they returned to the Dandelion. What? Praying is not training? Alright.
Tell me what
Report.
happened. Fine work. I'll use this weapon.
That went well enough.
Right. It is time. Oh. Just a
It
blue
would
one.
behoove us to prepare.
Just a blue one. Where did it spawn, though? I guess it has to be this one. Let's check out the new items. Okay. Might actually use that. A melty red. You know, we might actually use that. We don't actually have very much room to be using stuff. Let's go ahead and give this to you. Alrighty then. Making our way downtown. Dragged on enough. Handled it.
This is the place.
It's a cenotaph, built in honor of those who died in the 100 Years' War. There's probably going to be a memorial service here.
A fitting place for emotions such as grief and resentment to accumulate.
That's gotta be a lot of Lemuries. We have to do something about this.
Come on, what are we waiting for?
Feel a bit stronger now.
Get over here!
You've got this, Adol.
Eat this! Where you go?
You're even stronger.
Move it!
Has been enhanced.
Come forward! Tortured soul! Too slow.
What the heck?
I got this.
What am I playing that sucker for? That guard over there like, here's some rumblings. What's going on?
Was that all of them?
I hope so.
They put up a better fight than I expected.
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Oh, no, I'm fine. It's just... something feels terrible about this place. More than the others.
Everyone, be on your guard.
So this is it.
The Grimwald Knox.
But something's different.
Is that the prison? Is it just me, or does it look less old?
The flag is different as well.
That's the flag of the former kingdom of Glia. I don't understand. It's supposed to be the Roman flag up there.
That is Balduke Fortress as it was during the 100 Years' War.
Rosvita.
Well, why is it here?
What?
I'm afraid I don't know. I've never witnessed something like this before. Soon this world will begin permeating into the real Balduke.
No!
Watch out! Lemiris!
Where did they come from?
Ooh, a welcome party just for us.
They have us surrounded!
Should we try making a run for the fortress?
This could be a trap.
Something's definitely not right. We have no choice but to investigate. Adol, we need to clear a path through these monsters to get to the fortress.
Dangerous foe.
I will pave the way.
Then what's up here? Pew!
We got out.
We're not in the clear yet, kid. The main event's just getting started.
We must continue forward, lest we be surrounded.
Can't open the map. They're locking me out of this one.
I look any stronger. We've been through a lot together.
Until recently, this would not have been possible for us.
Fighting efficiency has been enhanced.
I don't think I've ever seen this one before.
Hold fast a while longer!
I am confused.
I'll be there in a jiff.
It's stronger now. We're here.
Stronger.
The fortress is just up ahead.
Everyone doing all right? Just a little more, okay?
We can't afford to stop now.
Fighting efficiency has been enhanced.
You okay there, Jules? Love to say that I am, but these legs aren't exactly the most practiced. You've had quite some time to be, a monstrum. Like, come on now. We've managed to make it to the front gates, at least, but what now? Now we lead all the Lemuries into the gates. What the? It opened up all on its own. Better than staying shut, if you ask me. Possibility of this being a trap remains. It'd be best to proceed with caution. Notice something, Jules. Yeah, the Lemurs. Look at them. They aren't coming in, or actually, it looks more like they can't. May as well accept our invitation. Let us continue into the fortress, Adol. Fortress of Yor, Balduk. What is all this? Some sort of alchemical workshop, maybe. Yes, there's no mistaking it. Seems a little different from the one we saw in the prison, though. From what I can tell, this facility is by far the more advanced of the two. Means you know who should be skulking around here someplace. Correct. None other than Zola himself. So this is where he's been. May very well be the site of that magnum opus he spoke of. Never thought him capable of using the Grimwald Nox to this end. This would explain why all my attempts to scour Balduk turned up so fruitless. There appears to be a number of alchemical creatures roaming the fortress as well. I'd imagine they're being used to guard the premises. Zola himself must be deeper within. Stay vigilant as we proceed, Adol. This is probably a decent time to mark. Let's do that.